Start. So we have completed yesterday this verse. So we have understood, we have seen that Arjuna has completely surrendered to Krishna. He is considering Krishna to be a spiritual master, and also we have discussed about some points from this purport, which we already discussed, that spiritual master should be 100%, he is 100% Krishna conscious, and the real qualification is not that he should be a brahmana or a sannyasi or whatever. That's not the actual qualification. The qualification is he should be a master in the science of Krishna. Right? In that way we have discussed. Now let's go ahead with verse number 9. Sanjaya Uvacha. Okay, please follow me. Evam uktva rishikesham. Yes, please, someone. Vidya Madhuji, please go ahead.
Sanjay Uvacha evam uktva rishikesham
Gudakesha parantapa na yotsya iti govindam
iti govindam
uktva usva tushnim babuvaha.
Uktva tushnim babhuvaha. Sanjaya said, having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Krishna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
Okay, thank you. So Sanjaya now speaking to Dhritarashtra. So he is giving all the complete picture, what is happening in the battlefield, right? We know that connection. Now he is saying, Govinda, I mean, he after surrendering to Krishna completely, he said, I shall not fight. And he is just keeping quiet now. Let's see what happens now. Tam, next person can follow me. Tam uvacha rishikesha.
Tam uvacha rishikesha.
Prahasan iva bharata.
Prahasan iva bharata.
Senayorupayor madhye.
Senayorupayor madhye.
Vishidantam idam vacha.
Vishidantam idam vacha. Translation. O descendant of Bharata, at that time Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
Yes. Right. So now Krishna is going to speak. Smiling, see? Tam uvacha rishikesha prahasan iva bharata. He always smiles. Because the situation is very crucial, but still Krishna is smiling. So please don't think that why Krishna is doing in that way. Krishna understood that now Arjuna has surrendered, and also for Krishna there is no tension. Everything is, he is aware that what has to be done and what will be the best course of action now. So he is now going to speak to Arjuna. Let's see what it is. Even when our Shishupala was criticizing Krishna, that time also he was smiling. When Duryodhana was criticizing, he was also smiling. So for Krishna is always having that smile. So like that. Okay. Now from text number 11, Krishna is going to speak the Sankhya or Jnana Yoga. Basically now he is going to, Jnana or Sankhya is nothing but the knowledge about the body and the soul, or we can say matter and spirit. So material and spirit, or matter and spirit, is what is going to speak Krishna. This elaborate section from 11 to 30, completely he is giving the picture of matter and what is matter or material elements and what is spirit. So basically in one way we can say about the body and soul. Body is made of matter and soul is spirit. So he will be giving a proper analysis of the body and soul. So very important section. So if we properly understand this section, then we will understand. There are so many things, so many problems, from many problems or many, what to say, thought process we have regarding many things in our life. The perceptions will change. So we will see. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Please follow me. Ashocyan anvashocastvam
अशोच्यान् अन्वशोचस्त्वं
prajnavadamscha bhashase
प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे
gatasun agatasumscha
गददासून् अगदासूंश्च
नानुशोचन्ति panditah.
नानुशोचन्ति पंडिता. Translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. So here, by the way, in the previous verse, I just wanted to mention one more thing. In the verse number 9 and 10, okay. So Arjuna is addressed in the verse number 9 as Parantapa, correct? And Krishna is addressed as Govinda, right? Govinda. Also Rishikesha and Gudakesha. Rishikesha is Krishna, Gudakesha is Arjuna. Then Gudakesha, Parantapa is also being mentioned, and Govinda. Okay, so Krishna is called as Rishikesha and also Govinda, and Arjuna is Gudakesha and also Parantapa. Why? What is Parantapa? Arjuna is called Parantapa because the reason our Acharya says, because although he was overwhelmed with false grief due to family affection, because he surrendered to Krishna, who is the Supreme Guru, he would soon be enlightened and he will definitely, surely fight. So, what is the meaning? Who is having Parantapa? Basically, the meaning is that the chastiser of the enemies. That is the meaning of Parantapa. So, Arjuna is being addressed as Parantapa, as the chastiser of the enemies, or who will now fight with the enemies. He has not started fighting, but still Krishna is calling him as, it is Sanjay saying, but is addressed as Parantapa because the Sanjay's point is that Arjuna has already surrendered now to Krishna, and that means he will be definitely enlightened by Krishna and he will surely fight. And if he fight, he will definitely win. So, see, in advance he is calling him as Parantapa. So like that. Okay. Now, Krishna is addressed as Rishikesha. Rishikesha we have already discussed before also. The meaning of Rishika means senses. Rishikesha means who is the controller or the master of the senses. So Krishna, because why he is called as Rishikesha in this context? Because Krishna will now make Arjuna manifest intelligence, or we can say make Arjuna to fight, because he is completely taking the control of the senses of Arjuna now, because he has already surrendered, like that. And now Arjuna will change his decision. So that is why. So Arjuna's Arjuna has already surrendered, so his senses are also surrendered to Krishna. Now Krishna will take charge of the senses. That's in that way. Now, Krishna is also called as Govinda here. So, Go has different meanings, by the way. Please, you can listen to this. Go means cows, one of the meaning. Go also means senses. Alright, Indriyas, senses. Then Go also can mean Goloka or Gokula, like the places Dham. Go also can mean Govardhan. Go also can mean Goswamis, or the devotees, Goswamis, or those who are the controller of this, those who have completely controlled the sense. So Goswami means those who have completely mastered the senses. Those who are completely mastered the senses mean those who the senses are always under their control. Those people are called as Goswamis. I mean, in general. Of course, we say about some Goswamis like some Acharyas. Of course, that is their. This is like a surname. It's not a like Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami. Like everybody is, we are mentioning or addressing as Goswami means they are all pure devotees and they are already they are mastered on their senses. That's the way. That's the understanding. Okay. So we mentioned now many meanings of go, and go also means as per Acharyas, waves. There's another meaning of go. Waves in the river or what lake or whatever we can say, river basically. Yeah. So like that. Now here in this context, the meaning is that go here. The meaning is we can take the meaning of senses, and Vinda means again who is the knower or who is the complete controller of the senses. So he is the master of the senses. So Rishikesha and Govinda in this context we can say the meaning is almost same. And also Govinda has another meaning as per our acharyas, that who is the knower of everything. That is one another meaning given by acharyas. So here Krishna will make Arjuna accept his dharma and he will fight. So in that way. So Krishna knows everything basically. So that's about Parantapa and Rishikesha. Okay. Now one more point would like to add here is that you remember we have discussed in the first chapter towards the end Arjuna's qualification to receive spiritual knowledge. So like Prabhupada has mentioned there that this soft-heartedness in the heart is because of that he is qualified to receive spiritual knowledge, right, in that way. So Arjuna's qualification to receive spiritual knowledge, he has shown in different different places already, like the verses which we have already studied in the previous chapter also, and this chapter also until verse number 7. So Arjuna's qualification to spiritual knowledge has been already shown through different verses. So we will just analyze what are the verses. So these are Acharya's extra, analysis. I am just trying to explain to you if it helps you. So in verse number 132, can anybody pull out the verse 132?
Hare Krishna, we'll read, Prabhu.
Yeah. You just read the verse 32, 132.
Kim no rajena govinda, kim bhogaiर्जीवितेन वा, येषाम् arte कांक्षितं नो राज्यं भोगसुखानि च ताइमे.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough, Mataji. So here here it is mentioned that one second, let me just open it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Shri Krishna. So what is the translation I will read. O Govinda, of what avail to us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on the battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal language, etc., are ready to give up their lives and property standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in the exchange of the three worlds, and let alone this earth. What pleasure we will derive from killing the sons, right? So he is saying there, and there also how he is being addressed here. See, let me just Kim no Rajyena Govinda Kim Bhoger Jivitena va. So there also he is being addressed as Govinda, right? Arjuna is addressed as Govinda. So
Prabhu, you are actually not sharing the stage, Prabhu.
I did not share the screen. Yeah, I did not share, bro. I'm just trying to get that. Yes. So, so our Acharya's explanation is that Arjuna, he is he has control over the senses. That is why he is ready to quit the kingdom and ready to go. He is saying that I will not fight with my relatives and all. He has already shown that detachment kind of nature, right? We already discussed that. So he is saying that all these people are standing in front of me, and I am not even prepared to fight with them. Even if somebody is saying that the three worlds, Arjuna, I will give you, or the entire universe I will give you, take it. But you fight. But Arjuna is saying that I don't want that. So he shows that detachment. So our Acharya is saying that Arjuna is showing that complete control over his mind and senses. So basically, detachment means what? Detachment means the control of the senses and especially the mind. So he is showing that. So from that also we can see that Arjuna is showing in 32 and 35 those verses we can see he is indifferent to enjoyment. He is not ready to he is not interested for this kind of enjoyment. He said, I don't want this, even if I am getting the entire universe as my kingdom. No. So these points have been analyzed by Acharya, saying that Arjuna has already shown such indifference to enjoyment or detachment from the material world, or we can say detachment or his sense control or this control of the senses and mind already in the previous chapters, previous sections. And in the fifth verse also, what he said, just imagine, just see fifth verse of second chapter. What he is saying, that better to live by begging. Correct? He said like that, right? I don't want to do anything. I don't want to kill such my teachers and superiors. And though they desire to gain this kingdom or whatever, but I don't want to. If they are killed, then he is saying that what enjoyment will be getting. So again he is saying that better to live by begging, or I don't want to do this. So he is showing that kind of again detachment and that kind of mindset he has, right? Already showing that. And also now in the 2.7 we are seeing that again Arjuna's one quality, which is his surrenderance and faith in the Krishna. So now, because faith is a qualification required for receiving spiritual knowledge. So now Arjuna is displaying that faith, Shraddha. Shraddha means faith. Shraddha in Sanskrit means faith. So he has complete faith in the instruction of Krishna, because that is why he surrendered. Otherwise he will not be surrendering to Krishna and asking instructions. Correct? So he has faith. Whatever Krishna says, I am ready to do. In that mood only he has surrendered. So our Acharya explains that Arjuna has already have all these qualifications to receive spiritual knowledge. And they say that to receive spiritual knowledge, we should have control over the mind and senses, right? And to receive spiritual knowledge, we should be indifferent to material enjoyment, or we should not be interested in material enjoyment, which Arjuna already shown. And also in the fifth verse of second chapter also we have seen that he is again showing this kind of detachment also, and he is not interested in anything, any kind of false enjoyment, or he is not interested. He is showing that kind of mentality there also, attitude. So fourth place where we are seeing is that there are many other places also, but this is just for our understanding. We are concluding here. Shraddha or faith in the instructions of Krishna. So control of senses, indifference to the enjoyment, then faith in the instructions of Krishna, detachment. These are the qualifications to receive spiritual knowledge. This is what we are trying to say. Okay, that's all. So these are some extra points. Now let's begin our discussion on the Sankhya. Yeah, now I will share. Okay, now Krishna is going to say something. So already we read this. So while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. See, Krishna is again, he is like in a mood of chastisement. He is saying, you are speaking learned words, while speaking learned words, but you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Those who are wise or intelligent, they will not lament like what you are doing, because they know the signs of the signs of matter and spirit. But you are speaking like a learned person, but you are just grieving for what is not worthy of grief. You are sad. You are lamenting for what is not worthy of grief. That's what he says. Now from the next verse onwards, he starts speaking about the signs of the soul. But this is the beginning of this discussion. Yeah. So now Prabhupada says that the Lord at once took the position of the teacher, we have already seen in the seventh verse, and chastised the student. Or remember, we have seen in the third verse, calling him indirectly a fool. Here also he is indirectly calling like a fool, like because you are speaking like a learned person, but you are not following what like a learned person. Your thoughts, your speech is like that, but you are not actually following what you speak. That's what. So indirectly saying that you are behaving like a fool. That's what Krishna is saying. You are talking like a learned man, but you do not know that one who is learned, one who knows the body of one who knows what is body, what is soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living or in the dead condition. So if you really understand what is the body, what is soul, the difference between matter and spirit, then we will not lament. This is what Krishna is saying. This is what Krishna is going to speak in detail, but Prabhupada is already giving the hint that this is why Krishna is saying like this, because you are supposed to be a learned person, but you are not behaving like a learned person. Now he starts speaking. Just let's recite this. Natva evaham jadunasam.
Natva evaham jadunasam.
Natvam nime janatipa.
Natvam nime janadipa.
Nachaiva na bhavishyama.
Nachaiva na bhavishyama.
Sarve vayam atah param.
Sarve vayam atah param. Translation. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be.
So Krishna is saying here now, Natva evaham jatu nasam natum nime janatipa. Never there was a time when I did not exist, means I am already and always. So what he is saying that I am always there. As Paramatma, I am always everywhere present. There was no time there which where I was not existing. Krishna is saying. Now he is saying, Natvam nime janatipa, nor you. So Krishna is addressing himself. He is saying that there was never was there a time when I did not exist, and nor you also, Arjuna. So how we can understand? Krishna is always present as Paramatma, and he is telling that Natvam nor you also. Why? Why nor you? Because Arjuna is not just a body, he is Jivatma. He is a spirit soul. So spirit soul is always existing. There is no birth or death for spirit soul. Only the body is taking birth and dying, but not the spirit soul. So that is why Krishna is saying, never there was a time when I did not exist, or nor you. And not only you, nor all these kings. You are a Jivatma, all these kings or whoever is assembled in the battlefield, all of them are Jivatmas or souls, spirit souls. They also exist forever. Or they were existing before, they are existing now, they will exist in the future also. So like that, Krishna is saying, Na chaiva na bhavishyama, nor in the future means in the future also they will be there. Sarve vayam ataparam. Shall any of us cease to be? Means there is no end for Jivatmas or Paramatma. Means there is no birth and death. That's the understanding of it. And also one more understanding is that all the individuals, all Jivatma individual exist eternally. Eternally means always, permanently. So all individual souls, like all of us, these Jivatmas, there is no death or birth for the Jivatmas. It exists eternally. So there is no question of when we came here, when we came into existence, and like that. No, actually we are always there. So in that way, so Jivatma, we cannot say when Jivatma has been first created. There is no such definition or no such description given in the Shastras. Shastra says it is eternally existing. Similarly, Krishna also, as Paramatma. So like that, we have to understand. So Prabhupada mentions in the purport, very beautiful point. Individuality existed in the past. So Krishna is specifying here about he says, he is an individual, nor you, Arjuna is another individual, nor all these kings. The kings are also individuals, different personalities. Prabhupada mentions that individuality existed in the past and the individuality will continue in the future also. Like we already mentioned before, we are all different entities, we are different Jivatmas, right? This individuality will be there always without interruption, and therefore there is no cause for lamentation also, because the spirit soul, nothing is happening to the spirit soul. It was existing in the past, it will exist now, it is existing now, it will be existing in the future also individually. Then Prabhupada importantly quotes one Mayavadi theory. I will explain what is Mayavadi theory. The Mayavadi theory says that after liberation or mukti, the individual soul separated by the covering of Maya or illusion will merge into the impersonal Brahman and lose its individual existence, is not supported herein by Krishna, the Supreme Authority. So what is Mayavadi theory? I will just explain. Mayavadi theory is a false theory. False theory, why it is false theory? Mayavadi theory says that, or Mayavadis say that, there is no, their conclusion, there are different conclusions by them. One of the conclusion is that they say that once this Jivatma gets liberation or mukti, they will merge into the impersonal Brahman. Impersonal Brahman is nothing but the Brahma Jyoti or the effulgence coming from the body of the Supreme Lord. So Krishna has or we can say if you take Krishna Bhagavan, there are three aspects for that. First is that his personal aspect, like he has a body, he has a feature, like all of us. If we have a body now, what to speak of the Supreme Lord? He definitely have a body, but not a material body like us. He has spiritual body, and he has all the qualities also. So, as a personality, Krishna is existing. Krishna is there. So that's the first. We have to accept Krishna's this absolute truth, or we can say Supreme Lord, in three aspects. The first aspect I am explaining is Krishna is the full personality, who is having a form like us, no, not like us, who is having a spiritual body form, and of course he is having all the senses and all, but everything is spiritual. Not only that, he is existing in his spiritual world, his own abode, and there are different devotees also serving him. So that's one understanding. So that's the Krishna's full aspect with complete Aishwarya, with complete opulences. Remember last time we have discussed what are the 6 opulences of Krishna, right? Here in this class we discussed, right? 6 opulences, yeah. So with the 6 opulences, Krishna is in full is present in the spiritual world. That's the first aspect of the Supreme Lord. Second aspect of Supreme Lord is that the same Krishna, though he is present in the spiritual world, he is performing different pastimes, he is with the devotees, their devotees are serving him, he is also, serving devotees also. In the sense, so many things are happening in the spiritual world. Parallelly, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is expanding as Paramatma or Super Soul, and he is present in this material world as a Paramatma. And as Paramatma, he is there in each and every atom, and also in our heart. Okay, that is the second aspect of Krishna. So, second aspect of Krishna is that he is expanding, is partial, we can say that is partial representation. So, Krishna, the absolute personality's partial representation is Paramatma, which is present as, who is present in each and every living entity as super soul, and also in each and every atom, or each and every, even the distance between, gap between 2 atoms also, there is Paramatma, Krishna. So basically we can say in all material objects or spirit, or even us living entities, Krishna is present as super soul or Paramatma. So that is the second feature. Second feature is that he is all pervading, or he is present everywhere, basically. That's the understanding. The third aspect of Krishna is that Brahman, which is the effulgence coming from the body of Krishna, bodily effulgence which is coming. So there is an effulgence, bodily effulgence from the body of Krishna. So it is mentioned in the scriptures that in the spiritual world there is no sun like what we have. Here the sun has some role. Sun is giving heat, light and all, right? Because of the sunlight, because of the presence of sun, we are able to live also. So in the spiritual world it is mentioned that because of the bodily effulgence from Krishna's body, from Lord's body, even if it is in Vaikuntha, then this is Narayana, Golaka Vrindavan is Krishna. So we can say, basically take him as one Supreme Lord. So from the body of the Supreme Lord there is an effulgence coming. That effulgence entirely lights up the spiritual world. And even that effulgence, Brahma Jyoti, it's called as Brahma Jyoti. You would have heard about Brahma Jyoti. That Brahma Jyoti, that effulgence is actually giving light to the material world also. Somehow our sun is getting, it is mentioned, our sun in this material world, or in this in each and every universes, is getting light from the effulgence from the body of Krishna, like that also mentioned. So anyway, so third aspect of Krishna is that effulgence part. So this Brahma, what here we have read is that Mayavadis say that after liberation of the spirit soul, they will merge into this Brahma Jyoti. That's what they say. So we started the hierarchy from the top actually. Why? Because we were talking about Krishna. We spoke about Krishna as personality Bhagavan. Secondly, we spoke about his partial representation as Paramatma in the material world. Third, we spoke about his bodily effulgence. So that's from top to bottom. Now let us go from bottom to top. The same thing. So here, when we see the material world, okay, we are in the material world, correct? And there are billions of universes. Agreed? We are in one of the universe, correct? We have already discussed these things. Okay. Now, when we are eligible to go back to spiritual world, imagine we got some eligibility. We are now going back to spiritual world. So, for going to spiritual world, first we have to come out of this universe, correct? And that's not enough. There are millions of universes, billions of universes. There is something called material world. For example, if we take material world as like this, there are billions of universes inside, just giving a representation to understand. So we are getting out of one universe, but that's not enough. Material world is still there, and we have to completely come out of the material world. So it is mentioned that once we exit the material world, the first thing we will be seeing is the bodily effulgence or Brahma Jyoti, the light which is coming from the body of Krishna. So we are going from now top right below. Okay. So these Mayavadis, they always say that, after liberation from this material world, we will merge into this light. This is what they say. But actually, we are all individuals. We are all individual souls. That's what Krishna is saying. You existed in the past, I was existing in the past, the kings are existing in the past, future and all, right? So individuality is always there. So what will happen if we are merging into so for example, if you are merging into something, means what? We are losing the individuality, correct? If I am merging into something, if two things are mixing, for example, milk and water, if you are mixing, if you are mixing milk with water, the individuality of the milk is losing when it is mixed with water, correct? It is it's in a mixture form. Correct? Are understanding what I am trying to say? The example. Similarly, if we are merging into something, for example, if I am merging into the wall, merging means I am just mixing, then I cannot see myself, or there is no existence for me. I am mixed with the wall. No individuality, right? So that is Mayavadi philosophy. They say that we merge into the effulgence of Krishna. But Krishna is saying that individuality is there always. So that is why Prabhupada says here that we cannot accept the theory of Mayavadi theory, because individuality, as Mayavadi says that we are losing the individuality, and when we merge into the Brahma Jyoti, we cannot accept it, because the individuality will be always there. That doesn't mean that there is something called merging into the Brahma Jyoti. There is some concept also like that. But even though if an individual soul is merging into Brahma Jyoti, there is no loss of individuality. Still, that individual soul exists in the Brahma Jyoti as a separate individual. That Brahma Mayavadis doesn't say. But there is one more. I think I'm going little technical, but I'm just trying to make one point, make you understand. So that's the Mayavadis one concept understanding, that when we merge into the Brahma Jyoti, when individual soul merges into the Brahma Jyoti, they will lose the individuality. That's they say. Second defect of Mayavadi theory is that they say that there is no difference between individual soul and the super soul, or Krishna, Paramatma. This is another concept they say, another false concept they say, that there is no difference between Jivatma and Paramatma, which is wrong. Jivatma is only Amsha, but Paramatma is Krishna. Again, we have already discussed about Paramatma. Paramatma cannot be compared with Jivatma. Paramatma is Krishna basically, or Krishna's partial expansion, right? Manifestation. We cannot be equal to God. We cannot be equal to super soul. So that concept of Mayavadi is also wrong. That is not mentioned here, but in different purports we will study, we will see that. I just mentioned about Mayavadis. Now, there is another class of people who are, we may look like it, they may look like these Mayavadis, but they are not Mayavadis. They are called Brahmavadis. So who are Brahmavadis? Basically, Brahmavadis are those people who are meditating on this Brahma Jyoti. Oh, supreme means they don't say that Krishna, there is a person, Lord. They don't believe in the form of the Lord. Even the Mayavadis don't believe, Brahmavadis also don't believe. They say that the absolute truth, or we can say the spiritual truth, means there is no body. It is only light. It is only effulgence. So for them, whatever they are saying, that the ultimate goal of life, they say, is that Brahma Jyoti, and we want to go there and merge. That is the conception of Brahmavadis. So Brahmavadis are, maybe we may think that what is the difference now between Brahmavadi and Mayavadi? Both are same, both of them are saying that merging into the Brahma Jyoti, but there is difference. Brahmavadis are not saying that we are equal to, individual souls are equal to Paramatma. They are not saying, but Mayavadis are saying. The Mayavadis are equaling Krishna and us, or equaling Supreme Lord and us as same. But Brahmavadis, they don't say that. They say that our goal is to merge, that's all. And that Brahma Jyoti is the ultimate thing. They don't know anything about it, anything more than that. They don't know that there is something called, they don't believe, not know, they don't believe in that, Krishna has a abode like Goloka Vrindavan, or he has an abode like Vaikunta, where he is existing, and there are many devotees also with him. So many things are happening in the spiritual world. They don't believe in all those things. They say ultimate thing is that just this Jyoti is everything, this light is everything, and we want to merge into that light. We are happy. So that is Brahmavadis. Now, going up a little bit, there is another kind of believers who are called as Paramatmavadis. What is their meditation? Their meditation is on the Paramatma. Paramatma, like we mentioned, no? Paramatma is nothing but Krishna's partial representation in this material world as a super soul in each and every living entity and each and every atom. That is partial representation, is called Paramatma. So these Paramatmavadis, or why they are called Paramatmavadis? Because they meditate on the super soul. So their level is higher. Their understanding is higher than the Brahmavadis. Why? Because they accept that Paramatma has a feature. They accept the Brahman effulgence also, and more than that, they accept that the supreme person, or there is a supreme person, and that supreme person is present as Paramatma or super soul in each and every living entity. And not only that, he is all pervading. So they understand the personal form of Krishna, personal form of the Lord, not Krishna, I am saying personal form of Lord, as Vishnu. So this Paramatmavadi's understanding is that Supreme Lord Vishnu is present as Paramatma or super soul in each and every living entity, and also in each and every atom. Means he is everywhere. So that is their understanding. And their meditation is not on the Brahma Jyoti like Brahmavadis. Their meditation is on the Paramatma, the feature of Paramatma in the heart of each and every living entity. So they meditate on the Paramatma in the heart. And they also understand that this Paramatma is also present in each and every other living entities also, and not only in me, in every living entity, and also in each and every atom. That understanding they have. So here at least they are accepting a form of Paramatma. And it is mentioned in the Shastras that some Puranas mentioned that that form is, that Paramatma is Vishnu and that Vishnu is with a four-handed form. Vishnu is always having four-handed form. So you know, have I discussed about three Vishnus before? Karanodakashai Vishnu, right? Yeah. Karanodakashai Vishnu, Garbhodakashai Vishnu, and Kshirodakashai Vishnu. So the third Vishnu is the Paramatma, basically, Kshirodakashai Vishnu. You know, we have heard that there is a milk ocean wherein Vishnu is lying in the serpent bed, and Brahmaji and all the Devatas go there if there are any problems in this world. So that Vishnu is Kshirodakashai Vishnu, and the same Kshirodakashai Vishnu is present as Paramatma or Super Soul in all living entities, basically. So these Paramatmavadis meditate on the Super Soul or Paramatma. That is why they are called as Paramatmavadis. So their understanding is little higher than the Brahmavadis because they accept the form of the Lord. The Brahmavadis, they don't accept the form of the Lord. They say form, absolute truth means formless, not form, not having form. Then they may say, then we may ask them, question them, if you are asking them, then why, what is happening? Krishna is coming as incarnation, different avatars are coming, he is performing pastimes and doing so many leelas. How we can accept that Supreme Lord doesn't have a form? What they are concluding by they say that actually the absolute truth means no form or formless. So for the purpose for avatara, for taking avatara, he temporarily take a form and come. This is their understanding, which is not true. Permanently Krishna has a form, permanently Vishnu has a form, permanently Narasimhadeva has a form, Sri Ramachandra has a form. Form is there always. And they, when they come as avatara, they come themselves. They are coming, descending. It's not that they take a temporary, so it's not that there is no form, and from the formless or from the Brahma Jyoti, when he is coming as incarnation in this material world or avataras, he is taking a temporary form and coming. No, not like that. That's a complete wrong understanding. That is why we will not consider this Brahmavadis or even Mayavadis conclusions. But Brahmavadis are, we cannot better because at least they accept the supremacy of that some, at least they accept that there is some supreme Shakti, or we can say some energy, or the Brahma Jyoti, or the effulgence. But the Mayavadis say that we and God is same, which we cannot accept. Okay, now coming to Paramatmavadi, we already mentioned they are meditating on the Paramatma. And third level is the Bhagavan, which is the higher concept we already discussed, who is having a form, who is having 6 opulences, who is having a spiritual world, who is in the spiritual world with the devotees and performing different leelas, that concept. So that is the devotees only, devotees like now we are all practicing in that. We are not meditating on the Brahma Jyoti, right? We are not meditating on the Paramatma also. We are understanding that Krishna has a form, beautiful form in Goloka Vrindavana. He has a beautiful form in four-handed form in the Vaikuntha as Narayana, and he has a beautiful form in the Ayodhya Dham of the spiritual world as Sri Ramachandra, like that. So we accept the form, we accept the opulences, and we accept the Dham, the place, spiritual world, and we accept that devotees are also present in each and every sections of the spiritual world, and different leelas are happening. So many things are happening there. So that's a complete understanding. So when we believe this one, last one, the topmost or Bhagavan realization. So there are these 3 realizations are called as Brahman realization. The first one we mentioned, Brahma Jyoti. Second realization is called as Paramatma realization. Third realization is called Bhagavan realization. So that is a complete one, which includes understanding of the Paramatma, also which includes the understanding of Brahma Jyoti. Now we are all, which comes in which category? Can anybody say? Which realization is what we are following?
Bhagavan.
Yes. So now we understand that Bhagavan, form, dham, everything, qualities, opulence and all. And we also agree and confirm, agree that Krishna is expanding, or his partial representation is Paramatma also, right? So we are agreeing that he is coming as Paramatma, or he has such expansion. Also we agree that Krishna's effulgence coming from the body of Krishna is also there. We are not denying that fact. But the Brahmavadi's understanding is that the light is everything. Beyond that, they don't know. Because of that, Brahmavadi's understanding is partial. Their understanding is partial. Even Paramatmavadi's understanding is also partial. Why? Because beyond Paramatma, they don't have any knowledge. They say that they will meditate on the Paramatma, that's all. They don't believe, or they don't have any understanding that Krishna has a beautiful form in the spiritual world, and he is performing different pastimes, and there are devotees there, and their devotees are serving him. This concept they don't have. So that is why their understanding is also partial, but their understanding is better than Brahmavadis. But the ultimate, the topmost understanding is what we are saying, that is Bhagavan realization, which includes everything. Okay? Yeah, now I hope you understood. So taking out, I'm sorry, I take little more time just to finish this concept. Please forgive me, because we'll be meeting next week only now. We have taken a little extra time. Please kindly forgive me. Just to complete this discussion. So we understood 3 levels, 3 realizations. And we also talked about Mayavadis. So Mayavadis and Brahmavadis, we may see some similarity, but there is difference, we already mentioned. Right? One considers that there is no difference between individual soul and the super soul. That is Mayavadis. They consider it to be same, which means that they are equaling the individual soul as a super soul, means equaling with God, which is wrong, completely wrong. We are not equal to God. So that is why Mayavadis we are rejecting them, or rejecting that theory completely. So like that. So these are some details. And one more point I will say before we conclude, just to remember these 3 realizations, Brahman realization, Paramatma realization, and Bhagavan realization, just to remember that easily, Prabhupada and our Acharyas gives a very beautiful analogy, example. They say, we can remember sun, the Surya. So what we are seeing in the morning, we are getting sun rays, light, sun rays we are getting, right? Rays are coming down, right? If I am saying that sun means only sun rays, is it correct understanding? If I am saying that sun means only sun rays, is it correct understanding?
No.
No. So, okay. Now, the Brahmavadis are like that. Brahmavadis understanding is that sun means, or absolute truth means, or God means only light. No. Or God means only Brahmajyoti. That's not complete understanding. But we are not denying the fact that, one more question I want to ask you. Can we say that, okay, sunlight means, we are asking the question that, does sunlight only means sun? No. You said no. Yes, correct. But is sunlight part of the sun? That we say? Is it part of the sun? Is it connected to, there is any connection with the sun or no? Yes or no?
Yes. There is.
Yes. So we cannot separate that. It's part of the sun, no doubt. But it's not complete. Correct? Sun rays are not complete. It's one aspect of the sun. That's all. But it's not sun. It's not complete understanding. Correct? The sun, we can understand sun in 3 levels. Like Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. How? First aspect of this sun is the light, which is like Brahmajyoti. Okay. So now, second aspect of sun is the sun planet or a globe, whatever we say. That's second aspect. So that we can consider as Paramatma realization, because they understand that there is sun rays also, and beyond that there is a sun globe, or planet is there, we can say something like that. Just comparison, just for that we will not forget. Acharyas gives this example. Now we are stopping there. Sun planet and sun rays. Is it complete? Can you say? Anybody? Is it complete? Then what is left? Can anybody say? Unmute the mic.
Sun God.
The sun god, bro.
Sun god is also there. There is a person, right? Surya Dev, where he is going? He is there. So sun rays are there, sun planet is there, sun god is there. When we say sun means everything should come, isn't it? So that is Bhagavan realization. When we talk about Surya Dev, it includes his abode, planet, it includes the rays coming also. Right? So which means the complete understanding. So that is why Bhagavan realization is the complete understanding. So this is how we can always remember. We will not forget this if we remember this example of sun. So Brahman realization, Paramatma realization and Bhagavan realization. And Bhagavan realization is complete. Other two realizations are impartial, or we can say partial. It's not impartial, it's partial realization, not complete realization. Okay, please have this concept clear. One more example I will say and before conclude. Another example Prabhupada says, it's like we are standing in a railway station. Okay, I'm sorry that it's getting late. We are standing in a railway station and we are hearing a train's sound. We will not see the train first. We are only hearing the sound, right? Train will make some, the sound will come. After some time, we will see the light. If a person who has not seen the train first, yet, he is going to see the train first time. So he is standing in the railway station, in the platform. And people have told that there is something called train. Now it will come. So first he is seeing the light of the train, because this happens in the night. So then somebody says, yes, the train is coming. So he is only seeing the light. So if he is concluding by saying that train means light, is it complete? No. Right. Now after some time he is seeing that train is moving closer, light is also moving closer. After that he is seeing different compartments, right? Different bogies he is seeing. That second level. So he is concluding that train means light and some dabbas, some boxes. That's all. Is it a complete understanding? No. Now, then the train comes to the platform. Then he is seeing that people are there inside. They are coming out. Also, the train has some purpose. Also, so then only he will understand that there are people inside the train. There is bogie. There is a driver. There is light also. There is siren or whatever. It means the complete understanding. So we cannot. So that is the complete understanding of the train when the train comes to the platform. So it's like that. So seeing the light, we cannot say that it's train. Seeing the bogies also, we cannot say that it's train. The complete understanding will happen when the train comes to the platform. Similarly, the complete understanding of the Supreme Lord, or we can say God or Absolute Truth, is the Bhagavan realization, which includes everything. Okay, thank you. I am just concluding now. Please don't forget this. This is very basic, very fundamental, not basic. This is very important. This is from Bhagavatam basically. Bhagavatam, one of the verse says, clear explanation. So please have this understanding always, because whenever we study Shastras, we will come across these three concepts. Sometimes we will see Mayavadis, sometimes we will see Brahman realization, sometimes we will see Paramatma and Bhagavan. So please remember, you should remember this.